Hey everybody, well, we're back on this job this morning, and just show you what we've got done. I roughed out the pad the other day, and we dug him a trench, a couple of French drains down there, and he worked at that yesterday while I was away. But anyway, when we were working the other day and I started digging on this bank, look what we ran into. And we didn't get down too far, and that's ledge, and we need to go back a bit more here. So I bought this thing a couple of years ago and haven't tried it, but guess what we're trying today? We're gonna see how this thing works. So hopefully it will knock this stuff out and do a great job, and we're going to see here shortly, because I'm going to tie her up and see what we've got. Well, as you can see, I had a bit of an issue. After I got the issues fixed, the jackhammer worked pretty good, but it took a little bit of friggin', and I got it to work, and we got the rock busted out. It took a little extra time, but now that I've got the jackhammer configured for the machine, it will work pretty good. Now you got to remember, I bought that jackhammer more to be able to jackhammer through some frost later in the fall. If I got caught doing a job and I needed to get through the frost layer. Not really for rock, but it did work really well, and I'm happy with how it performed. Well, it was working until it wasn't. Story of my life. Well, I'm gonna go home and reconfigure the hammer, because that was an epic fail, and still thinking of how I'm gonna do it. It worked okay. It did work okay, but it's going to take a little bit of time to notch it out the way we need it, and then I'll go back and do some more. So that's just what it is, and that is what it's like working with equipment And if you can't fix stuff yourself, yeah, you need to be able to fix stuff yourself, because it's a constant battle all the time. When you're working with big equipment, it breaks and you need to fix it. Hey gang, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, this is my third attempt with this jackhammer. Unfortunately, my machine is not set up for this particular jackhammer, and I had to modify a connection, and the connections I modified didn't work out. The pins weren't strong enough, so hopefully this will do it. I've got a little bit of pile of stuff in behind me. I'll let this record so you can see what I'm doing, and hopefully this will finally fix it. All right, let's get at it. Good day. All right, this is another day on this job site. So over there was a lot of rock. We had to hammer it all out. We got the little hammer on the excavator. It worked pretty good once I got it fastened a lot better. It probably because I'm prying too much with it, but anyway, it worked. There's a little bit of rock right there, and there's some up there, and I'm not sure if the grade, that might be a little bit of a high spot, but there's rock there. I'm gonna have to talk to him and see what he thinks. And but anyway, it's looking pretty good. I'll turn the camera around and let you all right, so we took quite a bit of the hump off there. He wants to be able to drive up there so he can back into the barn or the building he's going to put here. Not quite happy with that area right there. It's a little high there and a little bit high there, but it might be all right. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with it so far. We had a lot of junk, not counting that stuff there, with a lot of big rock, and I didn't think we were going to be able to use it here. Oh, you can see the big stuff. And now it's time to bring the crushed rock in and lay it. Now I'm going to raise the crushed rock and hopefully be able to get it to run, the water run that way. So we don't want the water to run into the building. So I'm going to do some shaping here yet. So the pad will be higher. I got to stake it out and transit it and see what actually we're going to. So that's going to be it for today. I'm going to probably haul in a couple of, just load of gravel to start. Be a good way to get a good rough grade on it, and then put the crushed rock on top. I've got some stuff there that will pack and drain, and then we'll put some crushed rock on top of it. Anyway, thanks for dropping in. There'll be more to come, but tomorrow. All right. I've done all this already once, but I guess it was on photograph, so I didn't get it done. So I didn't like the way that looked over here, and when he marked out the building here, we were this way too far, so we had to go out a little further. So we got that And I just used some of the rock that I took out of here to lay in that area there. So I think that will be fine. And I adjusted this area. It looks a lot better now. So might take a little more of a slope off of that, but we're going to make it so we can run the water down that side and run down this side so he doesn't have any water problems. But it's looking pretty good. I put 2 loads of gravel to start the base before I put my crushed rock, and I got some of the gravel on the transition there, so it looks a little better. He tried to drive his motorhome up where the skid is, or the excavator is, but I think I need to add a little material there, and I think he could do it. So we'll discuss that when I come back. All right, have a great day. Thanks for watching. All right, we're getting this done here. We've got the nice layer of crushed rock here. We just got to fix up this line and that line over there, make it a little bit wider. And I'm going to get some clean rock to put along the garage here, and possibly some on that side, just to dress everything up. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got a load here, and we're going to fix up a little turn area. There was a dip there, so I'm hoping that that will take the dip out so he can run his motorhome up through this ramp. I'm not having any issue with the dump truck, but he was a bit. So we're going to move this around and see what we make out. All right, we're getting this done here. We've got the nice layer of crushed rock here. We just got to fix up this line and that line over there, make it a little bit wider. And I'm going to get some clean rock to put along the garage here, and possibly some on that side, just to dress everything up. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got a load here, and we're going to fix up a little turn area. There was a dip there, so I'm hoping that that will take the dip out so he can run his motorhome up through this ramp. I'm not having any issue with the dump truck, but he was a bit. So we're going to move this around and see what we make out. All right, this isn't quite the finished product, but we're going to call it for today. We've got the pad looking pretty good. I'm going to bring some gravel, a load of gravel, to put in this gully and level that off. I don't like that big drop there. Ended up more material than what I expected. Anyway, I started the transition here with the soil we had. I think I'm going to save that, put a little bit of gravel over there and then a little bit of topsoil on that. The gravel will let the water through, and that area down there is still too wet. That will go over there. And then we've got that started for his little fire pit. And we'll have to transition this here as well. I think there's enough there to get that transition. I want to see if this angle is good enough for his zero turn. And yeah, this here, I think I want to level it out, and we'll put gravel in there so the water will still travel through, won't go in his pad. Anyway, it's coming along. Took a little more material than I figured. I got a high spot right there, and should have went down a little further, I guess. But anyway, don't look too bad. Sometimes grades are deceiving on camera and in the naked eye. Anyway, so he'll be able to transition, be able to come in around here with his motorhome and go up there with his boat and back in. So we're going to leave that for today and get the old truck and trailer home and go look at another job. We'll come back here when it dries up a bit.